I'm your host, Mon the Barber, where we interview black businessmen and women over a friendly game of cards. Today we have Shameka Renee, owner and founder of 365 Styles. Good to see you.
Hey, same here.
All right. How did 365 Styles come to be?
So it's really something that was like threaded in our DNA. My mom, way back when, she's a fashionista, to say the least. She always dresses up, whether we were doing family events, holiday parties, if we were going to church or anything like that. And we love watching her get dressed. We would see her on the weekends or maybe getting ready for work. We would actually just admire her style and being that she was a single mom, catching the bus, doing what she had to do to make things ends meet and just make it work for her family. She would buy us as much as she could, but sometimes if we wanted the Barbie and the dream house, maybe we got one outfit or two, so we started making doll clothes from behind that. We would make doll clothes and we would do everything that we chose, as far as like styling and different looks. We would just come up with the things that we had at home and we just did what we had to do. And then that's something that kind of became like our thing. It was threaded in us, and so we just went from there with our style and fashion and those kind of things.
And you just kept what she did going.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. Two divas, one vision.
Yeah.
How did that work? Because the other diva is your sister.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, a little bit about our backstory. So we talked about my mom and who she was and just watching her as children. As we went off to college, of course, I'm a few years older than my sister, I knew fashion was something that I wanted to do, but I didn't know exactly how to do it here in the Midwest because it was taboo. You didn't see many stylists or designers or anything like that
it's like
growing
you gotta
up.
go to New York.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, West Coast.
Right, and so I had no idea what to do or how to get there. So I started off at a small business school that with emphasis in marketing, fashion, retail, and merchandising. And while doing that, I worked for Famous Bar, which is no longer in business, but it was one of the staple department stores, right? And so doing that, just working and getting my fashion degree and my business degree. My sister eventually went off to college and got a marketing degree, emphasis in social work, business, things like that. She ended up getting married and moving out to the West Coast. So she took all the things that she knew in business and she became a buyer. So she was in buying, so we both kind of took our background and our education. And after our mother passed away, we thought, how can we continue to keep this thing going, the things that she taught us? And so why not get paid for what we love to do, and not only get paid for it by working for other people, but starting something of our own and doing it and putting our own stamp on it. So
that's always when you can take something that you like or have a passion for and actually put a stamp on it, and it's like, okay, this is us,
right?
And that's what this is all about. Having a vision or idea, okay, this is us, let's do it.
Right.
Because a lot of times it's fear that paralyzes us to even do things. It took me a while to do this because of fear. I'm like, oh, hey, am I the right guy? Am I going to ask the right questions? How is my voice on camera? You know what I'm saying? It was all that stuff.
Absolutely.
But it was just stepping out. Boom, let's do it. Fashion. What was it about fashion that gripped you?
It's so funny. I was always concerned about my image, even as a small child. Like, there was something about that I had to make sure that I put my best foot forward, that I looked the part. And it was something that came natural. And it was like, you know what? This doesn't feel like work. This is something that I love, doing. This is what I'm excited about. So that is when I knew that this was the lane, this was the vein that I need to go in.
When it doesn't feel like work.
Right, absolutely.
I usually win in spades anyway, so
okay.
I mean, it didn't matter if you were like supreme or
really?
a novice. That's just how it goes.
Gotcha.
How do you manage being a beautiful wife, loving mother, and business owner, female business owner, might I ask? I know it's more obstacles that come with that. How do you manage that? The Wonder Woman thing.
My mother is such a staple in our business, our brand, what we do, how we feel, how we execute. I watched her, no matter what, she never flinched. and she made it happen, rain or shine. And actually, I'm wearing this bracelet tonight that we kind of launched. When we launched our brand, we actually offer these when we do. We give out with the purchases. It says "Don't break down, break through." So even when I feel like I'm breaking down, I'm at my wit's end. I feel like I'm at the end of the rope. I have to figure out a way to break through that situation. No matter what, you have to break through. My sister and I, we say we have our moments. We'll call each other. I'm having a moment. Okay, you have your moment. I'll give you about 11 minutes, but you have that moment, and you get back at it.
And it's crazy. We need those moments sometimes.
No, yeah, it's okay to have those moments.
But we cannot dwell on those moments.
No,
we can't.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, let me start you off with that.
Okay. Get this game.
I don't want you to think I'm cheating either. I didn't rig the cards. You've seen me shuffle all of that.
Yeah. That's what they all say.
Okay, what you got? Over there, easy walking. Come on, don't let me win by one. You let me win by one?
Hey. Just one.
In your opinion, what fashion fad has ran its course?
That's a good one. I want to say the oversized sagging pants. The oversized sagging pants. I think we're done with that.
You know what's funny? I only see guys around my age. You know everybody else is skinny jeans, and then the older guys. I'm slim. I can't do the skinny. It just don't work for me. I could do the slim though. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I would say skinny jeans, but that's just me. That's my generation. You know what I'm saying? But I thought you were gonna be more on a female's perspective.
Yeah, and when it comes to, let's see.
Because like fashion, it transcends time.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what it is with those. You have to have staple pieces and you have your trend pieces. And when it comes to trends with women, it's kind of, there's certain looks. So I would say certain, what they call the lounge chill sets.
Yeah.
But there's a certain look. Like that waffle one, I absolutely hate. I wish it'd catch fire and never shows back up. They are disgusting. I don't care.
That's what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for right here.
I am ready for those to just go away. I don't care if it's solid, if it's tie-dye. Catch fire. Be done. I hate them.
I got you. Okay, what you got with that? Somebody moving. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna have to move on that one myself. I'm gonna make you spend some of that cash. Make you spend some of that cash. Come on. Okay. Got to be more careful.
Right.
In 2020, checking out 365 Fashion, I noticed that you became more of the model.
That's true.
How did that work out?
Well, honestly, I had more time on my hand. I had more time. I was available more.
With the quarantine and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I stepped away from my full-time job, being there for my son because school was virtual. So I had the opportunity to touch and feel more product. I had time to edit more, to try on more, to work out more, and I felt more comfortable in front of the camera. So I was able to put my best foot forward when it came to that part.
I was like, hold up. It's a different model. You know, and it's the same model now.
Right.
Okay, let me get you some. Okay, somebody came to play.
Trying.
You gotta do better than that. I guess I can't do nothing else. You kind of covered it a little bit. What was your first version of fashion? Was it dressing up yourself, dressing up a doll, maybe a little sister?
Well, when it came to my little sister, I didn't dress her up much. My mom always wanted us to dress up like, so we always had these twinsy looks.
And I know you hated it because you're such an individual.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely. But when it came to, I guess, finding my individuality and in my stamp as far as fashion is concerned, I would say I remember one time I started to make a decision as to what style I wanted, what look I wanted, and saying, I don't want the bells and whistles. I want the sleek fitted dress as opposed to the ruffles and coming into myself as an individual. And then later, after watching, I was a huge Saved by the Bell fan and loving all the 80s shows and just seeing those looks and wanting to be able to create them or recreate them on the dolls and things that we had. So.
What you got? You done already spent your money.
Pretty much.
Yeah, she out of gas, y'all. She out of gas. She out of gas. Deborah's Daughters. I seen that.
Yeah.
How much of an influence? I know you spoke on it a little bit. How much of an influence does your late mom play in y'all vision? Not just what you do, but y'all vision. How much of an influence does she play into that?
So anything that we do, again, it's always in looking part. Even when we hit obstacles, challenges, we'll call each other and we'll say, Gambrell's Strong or Deborah's Daughters or Don't Break Down, Break Through.
I know Deborah them. I know them.
Right. So when we do anything, we want to do it well. We always say, don't do something that you would want for yourself, or customer service. That's a big piece behind it. Making sure that we are treating customers like family first, and when you look good, you feel good. So anything, she was never a person of mess or havoc or anything that wasn't done in completion. So we always make sure that we're always, whatever we do, we're representing her, and it's something that she would like, and it looks and feels good. It feels like something that she would want us to do. So.
Well, I can say that you ladies, not girls, you ladies are doing a very good job.
Well, thank you.
And I think she would more definitely be proud.
Well, thank you.
What you got? I switched it up. Ooh, she kept it. She kept it. Okay. Come on, play that thing. It ain't going nowhere, though. It ain't going nowhere.
Oh, no.
In 2018, you and I want to say Miss T. Marie hosted a beauty and health expo.
Yes.
Is there more things like that to come from you guys?
So we are working on, actually, last month I did a collaboration. It was my first event. A good friend of mine, she owns a Capture 360 camera, so that's like all the way right now.
Everybody,
yeah, and
they love it.
Yes.
You might have to get one on right. Circle the room. I don't know.
Right. So we actually, I always wanted, because we've been in business for 6 years, and I've always wanted to host my own vendor event. So we shot, we did it at the art gallery in St. Louis on 14th Street, and so it was a huge success. And I liked what it felt like, and so there are some things on the way. We're working on a few events that we have up our sleeve. We're talking about expanding. I would love to do a phase 2 of the Beauty and Style and Health Expo with different people in business, health, beauty, wellness. Mental health is huge right now.
True.
I think when you look good, you feel good, so that plays a part in that. So that's something that's that's in the works. I don't know exactly. I don't have a stamp. I don't have a timeline, so to speak, right now. But that's definitely something that we're thinking about doing
That's
in the
good.
spring of next year.
Upper mobility, let's keep it going. Like, especially once you get the people's attention,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you want to keep it driving.
Yes.
In the fashion industry,
Mm-hmm.
there's typically four aspects of fashion. You have design, you have promotion, you have marketing, and you have retail.
Mm-hmm.
What's next for you guys? Or is it all four?
It's all four, I would say, but we're actually looking to expand. So we have some other things that we're working on. We've talked about being mobile. I know brick and mortar is a thing, and then with the pandemic happening, there's a lot of businesses that are closing their doors. So we want more marketing and visibility. So there's things we're talking about. We're actually in the phase of getting a mobile boutique. That's our next phase. So I know it's really trending and popular, and you kind of have to weigh your pros and cons. But that's something I've always had I've always envisioned us being mobile, popping up.
I was just gonna say, is that like those pop-up shops that you see?
Pop-up shops, but actually on wheels, a mobile, physically pulling up and making it happen.
Have you seen that before?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
It's huge.
I thought you were about to be groundbreaking.
Oh, well, no, I would love to. There's some things that are taking place around here, so that's where we are now.
That's good. That's good. This whole COVID, and now you have the Delta variant, then you have, I think it's called Omicron.
Yeah.
Sounds like Transformers.
Right.
That's what it said. When I heard it, I was like, Transformers?
Right.
Okay. I'm tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that there's, yes, do's and don'ts. I understand there's do's and don'ts with it, and everybody's trying to protect themselves. I kind of focus on the man above to protect me.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think about all of this?
There's phases to this. So in the beginning, of course, I was completely scared out of my mind. Had no idea what to do. I felt like we were in a movie. It was like a Twilight Zone. It was so
it had
eerie.
those elements.
Yeah, it was eerie. I remember my very first grocery store visit at Dearborn's, and it was almost like a Black Friday line, but we were actually waiting in line just to enter just a grocery shop, and it was the creepiest thing ever. I do believe that we will come out of this. I will say one positive side about the pandemic for us is we were able to take a look at our business, strategize, think about product. How can we stay relevant as an apparel company in the COVID world?
And on the behalf of Don't Renege, this is Mana Barber signing out. Remember to give God time, because without Him, there is no time. Peace and much blessings to you.